Hey, what's up? I hope you are having a good day. My name is Don and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Bootstrap and build a landing page for your website. For those of you who do not know, Bootstrap is a front-end web framework that pretty much it makes editing code more efficient because you can just copy and paste what you're trying to do, the code, into your code editor, and you can just modify it. It saves you a lot of time and it's more efficient. I wouldn't recommend this video for someone who doesn't know HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, or at least the minimum HTML and CSS. You want to have a fundamental understanding of these the hypertext markup language and the cascading style sheets language, because if you're just copying and pasting, you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be able to modify, you're not going to be able to edit it. So you want to at least have a fundamental understanding. So first things first, you also want to have the code editor brackets. This is where we're going to be creating our code in. You're going to, first things first, you're going to create a file or a folder and you're going to name it Furniture Web. Inside of that folder, you're going to create two folders, a statics folder or a static folder, which is you're going to put your CSS and your images, and then you're going to create a template folder. This is where we're going to put our HTML at. Once you've done that, go into brackets. You're going to hit Control N. I've already done this, but you're going to hit Control N, and I'm using a Windows computer, and it will give you a new file. Actually, before you do that, my mistake. Go to File, go to Open Folder, and go to Desktop. In the folder you just created, click on that and hit Select Folder, and this will make sure that the files you create will be stored in the directory of this folder. The folder will now be the directory. So once you've done that, hit Control N, and you're going to hit, once you do that, you can go to File Save As, or you can hit Control S. You're going to hit File Save As. You're going to go into your Furniture Web. You go into Template, and you're going to type in home.html. This is the home.html file, so make sure you put .html, and you're going to hit Save. And for those of you who may not know, HTML is pretty much the structure of your website. It's not good looking, it's not beautiful, it just gives you the structure of your website. It's like the bone, if you want to use it, like it's like the backbone of your website. It's the CSS that gives it the life, like the colors, the themes, the changes, things like that. The different fonts, things like that. Once you've done that, you're going to go and you're going to do the same process over again. Control N. You're going to go to File. You're going to go to Save As. And this time, I already have it set up for mine. You're going to click in the static folder and you're going to save this as style CSS. Once you do that, you're going to click Save. And this CSS, once again, is the cascading style sheets language. And pretty much this is what makes your website beautiful. Once you do that, whoops. I'm sorry, my computer's been kind of running a little slow today. We'll try to keep everything in the same browser. You're going to go in your search engine and you're going to just type in Bootstrap. Once you do that, you're going to click the first link right here. The version I'm going to use is 4.6. And you're going to scroll down. And I'm just going to give you a quick explanation of these things. You can either download it or you can create a link. You can copy and paste the link in your file, and then it will connect the website to. It will connect Bootstrap to your HTML file, and you have CSS, you have JavaScript, and we're going to copy both of those. But instead of copying both of those individually, we're going to go down to the starter template. We're going to hit copy. Then we're going to go in the brackets in the HTML. You're going to right click and you're going to hit paste. And what that does, as you see right here, we have the Bootstrap CSS link. We have the JavaScript link right here, or the jQuery. And just to give you a quick run through, this over here lets us know this is an HTML file, lets us know that the language is English, the head tag with the meta tags, the viewport. And if you go down here, it gives us the title. We're going to call this, we're going to name the title as Bright. We're going to build a furniture website, a furniture landing page. Bright Future Furniture. We're going to copy that and we're going to paste that in our heading tag. Copy. This is our H1 tag. We're going to get copy paste. Once you do that, you're going to hit file save. Anytime you make an update, you want to frequently hit the file save or control S. And once you do that, you're going to click on the sideways lightning bolt, and this gives you the live preview of your website, what it will look like thus far in the browser. This is only visually. You can only see this. This isn't live on the web, but it just gives you a quick opportunity to see what your website looks like. You're going to minimize that. Once you do that, another thing too, this is the body tag. Everything that you put in the body tag, the paragraph tags, the images, the videos, things like that, that's going to be visually, that's what's going to be seen on your website. Now that we have that set up, we're going to go back to Bootstrap, and you're going to go into documentation, and you're going to go down here and you're going to hit components. And we're going to go all the way down to navbar, and this is how cool Bootstrap is. It makes this so much more efficient, because instead of typing out, like for example, like we're going to use this navigation bar. Now look at all that code you have to type out. Instead of typing out all that code, you can just hit copy, subtract. We're going to put this above the H1 tag since this is our navigation bar. You're going to hit right click and you're going to hit paste. File save, and then open your browser. And boom, you already have a navigation bar. It's way more efficient. It's quick. Now, this is where I'm saying you need to know CSS, you need to know HTML, things of that nature. The bare minimum, at least. The JavaScript, you should have a fundamental understanding of JavaScript. And here I'm going to show you, because I don't really like how this navigation bar is because you can't see. Now this is cool, like the button changes colors when you hover over it, but it doesn't lead anywhere because we don't have a link to it. I'm just trying to show you what you can do with Bootstrap. So we're going to minimize that. Now if you go over here to Bootstrap, you keep scrolling down. It gives you color themes or color schemes, which is cool. So like if you go down here, this lets you know in order to get the first one, the dark one, you copy the navbar dash dark. BG stands for background color dash dark. Same with the blue one over here, navbar dark, background color primary. And same with the last one. We're going to go with the dark one. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy this. You're going to left click this, drag it. You're going to right click, and you're going to hit copy. Then we're going to go back into brackets. Now, if you go all the way up here where you see your navbar class, we're going to take all of this and we're going to erase this. Everything that's in the quotation marks. You're going to right click and you're going to hit paste. You can hit Control S or you can hit File Save. Once you go in there, it changes your navigation bar, but it also gives you the hamburger now, which is pretty neat. So if you click on that, it drops everything down. You have your home page, a link, drop down, action, another action, something else. You can change those. I'm just trying to give you the basic understanding of what you can do with Bootstrap in the search bar. Now, if we subtract this or minimize this, say we don't like, obviously, we want to change some things on this navigation bar. Sorry, my computer's acting slow today. Now, if you go over here in the code, it pretty much lets you know everything that's involved with the navigation bar. Like, for example, I don't really like the link tag. We're going to erase this. We're actually, we don't even have to put link. We'll change that and we'll say about. If you hit Control S, well, actually, we'll do that after we do a couple customizations. The drop down menu. Now, this lets us know right here we had the action. We saw that the another action is something else here, which doesn't make sense in a real navigation bar. So we're going to change that. So we'll hit, the first thing we'll say products, contact, and the last one we'll say schedule an appointment. Now, if you hit File, Save, or you can hit Control S, you go back into the browser, and look, we have the changes. Actually, let's change that about. It should be capitalized. And you see it's changed. Instead of link, we have about now. We click on the drop down. We have products, contact, schedule appointment, schedule appointment. Another thing, what is pretty cool about this, say you don't, when you hover over this search, this search button, say you don't like the color of the button. Say you want to change that. So what you can do, you can go to Bootstrap, click on Bootstrap, scroll to where you see buttons. And you see it gives you the example of the different buttons you have. You can hover over them and see. And for each button, it lets you know down here the code. Like, for example, the primary button is this, secondary is this, success is this one. But let's keep scrolling down. It doesn't stop there. It's pretty cool. You can change it if you want it all blue. It always starts with the first one. The first one is always the pretty much you can determine what it is based on right here. It says link, link. So you just link the buttons to the code. What it says is pretty self-explanatory. You can change it to these, which is cool. We're using the success button. So let's say we don't like the green color. Say we want to use something more like, let's say we want to use something more like the info. So what we can do is you can go down here. You can copy this, hit right click, copy. And let's say, where is it at? Find your button. As you can see right here, it says button outline success. This is it right here, our button class. Everything in this quotation mark you want to erase. Once you do it, you hit right click, paste, hit file, save, or control S, whatever you prefer. And look, it changes it, which is pretty neat. I like that. That looks pretty decent. Okay, we're going to close the hamburger. Now that we have that set up, let's add a short caption in our paragraph area. So let's say, let's see where we at. Our heading tag is right here. We'll backspace that a little bit. Underneath that, we're gonna hit shift and you're gonna hit the less than angle bracket. You're gonna hit P, you're gonna hit shift and you're gonna hit the greater than angle bracket, and it gives you the paragraph tags. And in this tag, we're gonna say best that money can buy. Or I'll say the best furniture money can buy. And also, like in one of my videos too, I'll probably show you guys like. Actually, I'll show you now. Why not? For things like this, like say you have a hard time coming up with like a paragraph or coming up with like a name. If my computer wouldn't be so slow. This is where I like to use like I like to use ChatGPT. For those of you who don't know, ChatGPT is it's an AI software that pretty much it helps you with a lot of different things. It helps you to be more efficient in a lot of things. I'll give you an example. You can use it for like debugging things like that. You can use it for say you have a hard time coming up with like you're having a hard time right now coming up with a paragraph, paragraph caption, or you want something that sounds really good. We'll go to my Internet Explorer browser. Hit now with this, you're gonna have to have a password, or you're gonna have to create an account. You don't have to do this. I just want to show you how cool this software is. So you can go down here and say create a short caption for my bright future furniture website. Hit period. And you can also add things like say like be professional, friendly, professional and friendly. Hit this. And then boom, it gives you the caption: discover a bright future in home design with our exceptional furniture collection. Now say you don't like that, you can always hit rewrite. Embrace a radiant future in home design with our inspiring furniture collection. You can always change it, but I like it. It's definitely helps you when you're having like brain fog. So we're going to go back to brackets. Paste, hit file, save. And look, we have discover a bright future in home design with our exceptional furniture collection. Now